Hi everyone. So we're back, and we finally found a combination of mods that works well with COE2 now with the new updates. So let me quickly show you. Let's go to the mod manager. So that's the one I'm running. Still running it as a test because I still want to add a few more things and so on. But this is pretty much what I'm running on my solo co-op COE2 mission server that I have for myself and my friends. Um, so we have, of course, COE2, which comes together with a few dependencies. Then we have Advanced Reading System, Attachment Frame Core, which is part of the dependencies of other things, Bacon Loadout Editor, better stamina, so it's a bit faster pace. This is good HUD to give us tally on kills and so on and so forth. Customizable crosshair, this is something that I'm adding for some of my friends who like to play in third person and shoot in third person. Hold Your Breath by Ben Hodge, immersive third person from Eagle Maximalist. That's also for my mates that do the third person thingy. Improved blood effects, John Porter attachments as part of dependencies of few weapons that I run. Keep gun when on gun. This is really important because I was getting tired of my gun just floating away when I was knocked down. Kick Scenario Core, which is part of the COE2. M110 by CEO Bacon, very good DMR. Modern Russians, that's what I'm using now at the moment, just to give a bit of more modern enemy to balance out the fights. Modular Glock, just a sidearm. NATO faction and Russia faction, and add those to change it. NV system, of course. Nasty MP7, nasty SR25s. Two very good weapons to have around. This is just to get the optics onto the RHS compatibility. RHS content pack 1, 2, and status quo. RIS laser attachments for attachments on the weapons. As I said, the Russian faction. Rangefinder, this is just something to give us on the binoculars the actual rangefinder distance and coordinates. Resi Optics, I love this weapon. I really like this weapon. 6 hour, 550, 553. A couple of options there. TAC 50A1, very good anti-material gun. This is just for repacking magazines and physical combatants. I think this really helps me with the console because I play on PS5. It really helps getting the rendering up to about 700, 800 meters, which is quite good. Little Bird maps, Little Birds. This is an add-on to the 6 hour 550 that I was using up there. Better sound and another type of ammunition. You Are Here by Ben Hodge, so we know where we are. And Zelix character, part of the customization of the character, and RHS, the Vanilla Arsenal's V2, which is what I'm using to get the RHS onto the Vanilla Arsenal. And that's pretty much what it is that I'm running. Now, let's just go into the actual server. Multiplayer. Got it here. This is just for me and my friends. Okay, I'm not opening this for the public at the moment. Might do in the future. Don't know. But it's just for me and my mates when we want to play co-op. I like to play solo on it as well. And just because I have Game Master when you join, COE2 works well with Game Master, which is good to correct certain things when they don't go wrong, and to add a few enemies if we need to. There we go. So we come up to the page here. We are NATO. We play NATO. And already logged in before, so my loadout is already here. So there we are. Okay, took a while to load up. Okay, so as I said, I've already logged in before and already did all my kit just to quickly show you, running RHS, so we got all the RHS stuff here, including some of the Russian stuff as well, because that RHS vanilla uh, puts everything on it, including some of the RHS Russian stuff. So once you've done that, once you've prepared your kit, you basically would save it here, which is what I've done. And then before going out into the missions, I would save the loadout as well here on the regular arsenal. This way, when you respawn, you'll have it. Okay, so now we can't do anything because we need to get into a commander role, and that you just come here to the settings menu, you go into players, and you vote yourself to start commander. This is only for the first person that joins in. And what I'll do now as well is I'll log in to my server. And I have now game master rights, which is really cool. So once we've done our loadouts, we prepared what we need, how to run COE2. Okay, so very straightforward. On scenario properties, we can decide which faction we're playing with, and then we have the combat ops, enemy skills, the radius of operation, enemy count. That's a minimum enemy count, how many people we want to have there. Usually I leave it, if I'm playing by myself, on 15. If we want an armored vehicle there, if we want enemy support, paratroopers coming in after a while. Let's not put civilians there today. Respawn times, usually I leave that unlimited because we have a counter so we can see how many times we actually died. Of course that can be changed, but I think that works better because if you leave it on like that, then a fixed amount, it doesn't work very well because the radius only have about 3, so I prefer leaving it unlimited. This way you can just respawn when needed. Time of the day while we're doing our operations. Actually, I want to start a bit late tonight because I want to see how this will work. Progression, weather, wind speed, and fuel. Here, usually I just put this down to close to 1 because fuel is already expensive enough. Okay, so once we've done the scenario properties, we can go here to the AO in tasks. Now, several options. I have some LEs here, so usually I like to fly out. So what I do is I put my insertion point here and my exfil point here. And let's go to Montignac. Let's go to Montignac to find some intel there, and then we go to the industrial compound to sabotage an installation. Yeah. We could do the insertion point somewhere close here. That could work as well. Actually, let's do that. Let's do our insertion point here. Okay, so once we've done that, we can generate AO tasks. Always wait to see both messages there. Okay, yeah, so both activated. And before we build, so that's where we put our helicopter for extraction. I'm just going to open up the map and I'm going to zoom in. See, there's something wrong here. I don't like that. That's outside of the actual radio of operation. So I expect most of the M's will be spawned here and this will be out. This happens sometimes. Usually what I do is I cancel the AOs and redo them again. Just to make sure that they fall into the right place. Okay. Let's go back here again. Select the in tasks. So let's do sabotage installation there. And let's grab the intel from somewhere else. Okay, and let's insert ourselves here. And extraction back at base. Now, so if you put the insertion here, it makes things a bit simpler because you respawn then here, and you can make the walk into the area. And this way you don't need to take a radio with you for the respawns. But today we'll leave it like that. So let's generate again, make sure everything is fine now. Okay. Let's give it a second for that to disappear, and let's open up the map now. Okay, so now you can see both are appearing within the actual area of operations, which is what we want. So we're good. Now, let me have a look. So last time I actually had this little backpack there, but it doesn't really, I don't really need it. So this way I can take a radio with me. So I'm just organizing things a little bit so I can remove this backpack. So I'm just going to swap it over for this one with the radio. Now, we previously saved the loadout without backpack, so when I respawn, if I respawn, oh, that's good. Oh, I don't have my NVGs on, do I? Okay, let's correct this very fast. Let's just pick myself up. So this is a good thing about having game master. If I need to resolve any issues, I can quickly do it. I try to avoid using it so I don't see the position of the enemies. We can load out editors, so what we're going to do is we're going to get the NVGs there. So there's two ways to put your NVGs, okay? So we can use the NVG slot here on the helmet, which is usually how I would do it normally. And now we should be good. Yeah. So it's not the full vision. It's this like kind of vignetted kind of feel. I prefer having the wide vision, but I don't mind. And for the time being, we'll run it like this. Okay, so let's get ourselves back into the... Okay, so the reason why I'm coming here is just so I can redeploy. It'll take me back to the deployment area. Okay, what happened there? strange. Anyway. So, we're gonna move and we're gonna lay the radio down here in Province on one of those houses. So let's go. But I'm gonna leave this video here. Actually, no, let's go up until I prepare the radio, so you guys understand. So the reason why we're preparing the radio is so if we die, we can respawn somewhere there in that location, yeah. And of course we could respawn there because our insertion point is very close to the objective, at least one of the objectives. Actually, see, for some reason it's not giving me the game master. It's glitching a bit, so it's still glitching a little bit. So this is probably a couple of patches that need to be added onto the actual thing to make this work a bit smoother. Okay, I can access the game master, but for some reason I cannot. See, I should have the combat ops menu, radial menu there when I did that, and it didn't do it. Very heavy with this radio. Very careful. Okay, let's put the radio here in this house. Should be close enough. So we drop the radio, and then we look at it and we deploy it. And that's pretty much how you would go about starting your mission. Your loadout, your AO settings and mission settings, and we're good to go. Hope this helps.